Hey folks, and welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Kevin. So, last week we done some nice roasted garlic chicken rigatoni. This week we are doing a stew. I'm gonna put my glasses on because I can't read without them. We are doing a home style chicken stew with DIY Herbie dumplings. So that's what we're doing. Yum, yum, yum,
I love
yum.
a good stew.
Yep. This one here is, I've gone over the instructions. Very simple, really quick and fast. As you can see, there's not a lot of ingredients. Now this one, the only downside with it, if you didn't know it, and I didn't, but we always have the ingredients, there's ingredients that are on here that you need in your house. And I was kind of surprised with that.
On the front there, it says it.
Yeah. So.
Things that you'll need.
No, actually it doesn't.
Oh, I thought it did.
No, it does on the back. On the back. But it doesn't, I guess if I had checked it, as we're, obviously going through all the things in that, I probably would have found it. But that's okay, because we normally have. So what do we have? We got some chicken thighs, some mirepoix. Am I pronouncing that right?
I have no idea.
Mirepoix. So if anybody, I think it's just a mixture, carrots, celery, onions, okay. Green peas. You got some green peas there. All-purpose flour. We're going to use a little bit in the stew and the rest with the dumplings. Concentrated chicken broth. Parsley and thyme. Yeah, I got lots of thyme.
You're so corny.
And the wife just looked at me really funny. Milk. Oil. Ooh, what do I need the oil for? I missed that. Okay, well, apparently I need oil. Well, when I get to it, I'll grab it. We always use olive oil, which I got a great deal. Grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
I got, buy 1 liter for $9.99. I got a second bottle free, which is great. So 2 liters of extra virgin olive oil for $10. So that was
which is about a half a gallon.
yeah, which was a good deal. All right, and they call for salt and pepper. I don't season a lot using salt, pepper, because I find that you got to use a lot to really make any difference. But we are using salt because it does call for it a little bit. Okay, the first thing we got to do is separate our basil and their thyme. Now, for the thyme, it says from the stem, roughly chop. So we're going to chop up our thyme.
Pull it from the stem and then roughly chop.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, that's how you do it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to trust my wife. I find that odd because a lot of the flavor's in the stem.
No, rosemary or thyme, that's how it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I will trust the wife in this one. Just trying to figure out how. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Till it breaks.
Slap it clean.
Okay. All right. So what we'll do is I will do this, and then I'll bring you back when it's time for me to start chopping this up and the basil. Okay. It's all off the stems. So they just say roughly chopped, so as you can see, I'm not no really big chef, but hey, I do my best. And we're gonna chop up the basil as well. I didn't realize how fragrant. Thyme is fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, same with basil.
Ouch, Brody.
Okay. So there we have that chopped up. Now we're going to do the chicken into about 1-inch quarters. Now the other thing with this company, they use they send chicken thighs.
Yeah, the other company that we used, it was chicken breast.
I think it was chicken breast, whatever we had. So roughly 1 inch.
I had a scammer call today. It was funny.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm.
From CRA, from,
I don't remember.
or was it the RCP again one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it.
Yeah, saying your social insurance number been.
So, I told them that my name was Melissa Brown.
Yeah,
They asked me for my postal code.
yeah.
I'm like, you're the one that looked up my number to call me. Why don't you have that information available? Why do I need to give it to you?
Yeah. Is that when they went click?
No, they didn't click until I said, stop scamming people and get a real job.
I didn't even get any words out of my mouth the other day when they called me. And it was funny because not like a minute after you missed the call,
Yeah.
they called my number, but that's because our numbers are so close together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's all they do. They just they put numbers into they do a robocall using computers, and they just put numbers in, and that's how they dial. Because it's funny how people always, go, well, how did they get my number? My number's unlisted. Well, yeah, but they just randomly call whatever, like, numbers.
Yeah.
It's,
I remember back in the 80s when I worked for a phone soliciting company, and they used to rip pages out of the phone book and hand them to us.
Yeah. Were we still going together when you were working up?
Were we still going? We're still going.
Well, I meant.
Have we started yet? Maybe.
Did we start yet? That's what I meant to say.
Maybe.
I think we were. Yeah. Okay. So now that is chopped, well, maybe I will. A little salt and pepper. Won't use a lot of salt. We don't normally use a lot of salt when we cook. Just because of my high blood pressure. Okay, so we've done that. So now we're going to heat the large pot over medium heat. We're going to add the tablespoon of butter. Obviously swirl, melt. Then we're going to add the chicken. We're going to cook, stirring occasionally. So what I'm going to do, we're going to stop the video here. I'm going to reset everybody up back over at the stove. And we are back over at the stove. But I wanted to set you up here because most of it's all done in the one pot. Okay, here's another thing. I set this lid on here because I need this lid earlier. But I want to tell people, because I've seen this happen, you should never set a lid directly on the stove, especially where it's hot, because that can act as a vacuum and suck down, and you can end up breaking the glass top. I've actually seen it happen. Not personally, but through videos and stuff. Alright, so what we're going to do, we are going to heat up. We're going to do a tablespoon of butter. Now, I never use the measuring for the tablespoon butter. I always use a tablespoon. and get approximate.
Oh, Michelle from Chickens by the Lake made a really good chicken dinner in the Instant Pot.
Ooh. Yeah, we haven't used the Instapot for a while.
Well,
So,
she posted the link for the recipe,
awesome.
so we'll have to try it.
Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to let that butter melt. And we're going to add in the chicken. And we're actually going to cook it. We're stirring occasionally until it's not pink, so about 2 to 3 minutes. Then we're going to add the mirepoix. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right, folks.
I have no
And the thyme. I have lots of time. And we're going to cook it, stirring occasionally until tender crisp, about 3 to 4 minutes. Then we're going to sprinkle over a tablespoon of flour. Cook and stir often for about 30 seconds. Yeah. Oh, that's another thing I need. I need a cup and a half of water. That over there. Our butter's starting to melt here. Actually kind of want it to heat up pretty good. So,
Are you over making sure Daddy doesn't drop anything off on the floor, Ben?
Of course. Yeah.
I see some thyme near here. Did Daddy drop a piece on the floor? And
Oh, probably. Yeah. More than likely. Starting to heat up. Add in our chicken. Should start to sizzle there in a few minutes. Okay, once this starts heating up and cook a little bit more and I start adding things, I'll bring you back. All right, we're back. Chicken is it's cooked somewhat. We're just gonna let it sit and cook for a little bit longer. We are gonna add in the thyme. Thyme and the vegetables. And that's the easiest way to say that.
Yeah.
good. Okay, we're just gonna let that cook down for another 3-4 minutes. So when I'm ready to add the flour, I'll bring you back. All right, now we are gonna add in our tablespoon of flour. Just gonna mix that around. We're gonna cook it for about another 30 seconds. Did I say tablespoon or teaspoon?
I don't know what you said.
Oh, it's a tablespoon, not a teaspoon.
Because I ain't listening.
No, I know. That's okay. I was gonna say it didn't look like quite enough. There. Now we are gonna add in the water. 2 packs of concentrated chicken broth. And the peas, and we are gonna stir. Oh, had a pea escape. It smells okay. I'll be honest though, I think I may be adding a little bit more of our concentrate.
Yeah.
Yeah. That just didn't seem to be enough. No, it's not going to be a knot. We're just going to bring this back up so that we bring it to a simmer. It starts to thicken. That's doing that.
Smell good, Brody? Does it smell good? Yeah. I know. But you're not having it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So when this starts to come to a simmer where I can turn it down and then show you to make the dumplings, I'll bring you back. All right. The stew is up. It's been cooking for about 4 to 5 minutes. We're just letting it simmer. Why we do that I'm just gonna slide you over here a little bit. See if we are gonna make apple dumplings. So
Not
I-
apple dumplings.
did I say apple
Yeah.
dumplings?
I
Sorry.
wish we were making apple dumplings.
Yeah, anyway, so I put half the parsley in here, the rest of the flour, the baking, they had baking powder, an eighth teaspoon of salt, and we're going to use a quarter cup of milk. And we are going to stir it up. And I don't think it's supposed to be that thick.
Yes, they are.
No, I mean that thin.
Oh.
I think it's supposed to be a little thicker. Alright. I'm gonna have to grab my flour. It's a good thing we have stuff on hand, eh? And I'm just gonna keep adding a little bit until it gets a little thicker.
No, that's good.
Yeah, that it is now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can make them as tiny as you want. You don't have to.
Well, they said it makes about 4. Use 4 teaspoons. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they
Yeah,
can
I was just
be
trying to
little-
look at how the consistency was. In
They
here.
can be like little dots. It doesn't matter.
They say about a teaspoon. Just drop it in.
Mm-hmm.
Drop it in. Drop it in. And drop it in.
You know you're driving Brenda nuts.
Oh, I know I am. Okay, so then we are going to cover this up for about 5 to 6 minutes until the dumplings are cooked, and then we will bring you back when we are ready to taste test. Oh, it smells yummy.
Does it smell yummy, Brody?
And it really thickened up. Yeah. Okay. That looks delicious. We will bring you back at the table. Okay, it's done. All right, I don't know how the dumplings turned out. They look all right. Some chicken in here. It smells good. Okay. I'm glad I added in the extra.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boy, can you ever taste the thyme and the basil? But very good. Anyways, folks, that is it for this week's episode. Next week will be the last one. We are doing the, what's it called? Beef and corn chimichangas. Don't ask Kelly to pronounce chimichanga.
Nope, chimney stuff.
Chimichanga. All right. Thanks a lot for joining me, and we will see you next week.